I'm Brian Van from SportBikeTrackGear.com, and today we're going to do a product review on the Taichi R073 T-Rep suit. I have Eric here with me.
How you doing today?
T-Reps, what's that?
It's this collar system that's an airbag for your neck and your collarbone region.
When you're racing or riding on the track, what is the most common injury?
Collarbone breaks.
Yep. Yeah. You got one too?
I got one.
Yeah. It's not the end of the world, but it takes you out of commission, right? And it makes every day, like normal life, kind of difficult too, because your arms...
It's like down here.
Yeah, it's really not very pleasant. So that is really the new feature with this over the other 073 suit. We're going to give you a whole lot more detail, but first I want to talk about sizing. Okay, how tall are you, bud?
I'm 6 foot. I weigh 160, and this suit is a 40 US, 50 euro, and this fits perfect. I could go out tomorrow and race in this.
I would say, you know, we talk comfort fit, we talk race fit. I would say for you, I would put this one like, God, dead in them. It's like perfect.
It's perfect. You know, some of the other brands that fit a little different, fit a little tighter, looser. This one's just in the middle of that. Yeah,
and it looks great. It fits perfect, and the best part is, it's got the airbag in it. This suit comes complete with their flex back protector. It's a nice value add. Eric actually has it on under the suit, right?
Yep.
For sizing purposes. It's not CE certified, so you decide what you want to do. Myself, I would probably go with a CE certified unit under here. I mean, you're going as far as to have a suit with an airbag.
Right.
I'd probably have a CE certified back protector too. But nevertheless, it does come with the suit. $31.99 is the price this sells for. It is made from 1.5 millimeter thick Japanese silkscreen cowhide. In my opinion, this is the best leather available out there, period, bar none. How do I know how well it holds up? I've had multiple Taichi suits. I have unfortunately crashed in them many times. One of them, like at least 9 crashes in this one suit. We still have it in our showroom because this thing held up over and over and over again with one repair in between. It was still in such good shape that for one holiday season, one of my guys, Jake Arch, and myself, we both put on suits. He put on my old Taichi suit, and we were drugged behind a truck about 100 yards out back. I'm not sure why we did it, but we did. And the suit still didn't wear through. That's how good this stuff is. In my mind, the 2 best suits available today are going to be the high-end Taichi suits with the Japanese cowhide and the Alpine Stars Racing replica suit. Those are in categories where the other brands, in my opinion, they don't have a suit that fits that real upper end material, where this thing, you know, you can typically crash in it multiple times. Oftentimes you don't really need a repair right away. Sometimes you might need a little restitch, but you can keep going with it. So that provides a lot of value and a very high level of protection. Tons of perforation with Taichi, okay? You need the airflow. You're out riding and racing, it gets hot.
Oh yeah. Over 100 degrees, 110 degrees sometimes with the heat index. It's
inside that suit, it's
very hot.
Yep. The more perf you have, the better you ride because you're more comfortable and it keeps your body temperature more regulated. Tons of perf all through the torso, through the arms, through the upper thigh area. Protect stretch material, which is abrasion and tear resistant, Kevlar based stuff, best of the best. CE certified armor in the shoulders, backed up with their Taichi shoulder slider, CE certified elbow and forearm, CE certified knee and shin. All impact zones are going to receive a second layer of that 1.5 millimeter thick Japanese cowhide, so it's very abrasion resistant in the key zones. Going to support the protection with some inserted temper foam in the hip, here in the chest, got some in the upper arm here between the armor pieces, collarbone area, and the tailbone. Let's talk a little bit more about the airbag system. We have another video in the product description for this suit that shows what it looks like when it goes off. We'll also show you how to hook the tether to your motorcycle and how to adjust it. Watch that. The suit comes with instructions. You can read and set it up that way if you prefer, or you can watch the video. This is a mechanically driven system. It's a tether. Tether comes with the suit. You hook it to your bike, adjust it properly. You get into a crash situation, the tether pulls. It's gas driven, cold gas driven. It inflates this large two-stage airbag that effectively holds your helmet in place, that does not allow your helmet to move around, keeps your neck stable. And that's where that collarbone protection comes from. The majority of collarbones are broken when your helmet is pushed into your collarbone, impacts it, pushes down on it, and breaks it. And this has the ability to totally prevent that. Like I said, mechanically driven. You can see the inflation time in our other video. If you'll face the camera again, please, Eric. They really built this with the racer in mind too. Guy like Eric races competitively. You want to finish well for the season. You've got a lot of great races this year, so the points are important.
Exactly.
You have a little front end tuck. Are you just going to lay there and wait, or go hop the fence, or are you going to pick your bike up?
As long as the bike's good, I'm good to go. I'm going to keep racing. So if this inflates and I crash, I can just rip this off and keep going. Whereas, you know, in some other suits, you can't do that. Exactly.
So what they've done here, when this inflates, this curtain is held down by some snaps and some Velcro. And when it inflates, it blows right through that. It doesn't damage the snaps of the Velcro, which is nice, but it blows through it easily. And when it's fully inflated, there are two basically release cords that are attached both sides of the suit by Velcro. Eric's out there. All he's got to do is reach up, find that, grab it, pull the Velcro, pull the whole thing over your head. You're going to want to leave it where you can find it, right? Because you're going to need it back, hopefully. And then he can get back on the motorcycle and try and salvage some.
At least pick up some points.
Exactly. So they built that with the racer in mind for sure, which is, at the end of the day, a race suit racing. But track days, I think, too, is where a lot of this is really going to come into play, because there's a lot of folks out there that they have the income to afford top-end protection. And that's what this really is. This is that peace of mind that can kind of help keep you going to work on Monday if your weekend goes a little bad. It happens. I mean, it's happened to a lot of us. It's happened to me. It's happened to him. And it would be nice to enhance the possibilities of just getting back up and walking away for sure. We're going to show you this in a lot more detail second part of this video. The last thing I want to say is we're maintaining a size run of this suit in this colorway only here at the shop. 50 euro, 52 euro, 54, and 56 euro. We're going to try and keep that size run whole all the time. They're really expensive. It's a big inventory commitment. We're going to do the best we can there because we think this is going to be really popular, especially with the right people, because in my opinion, this is the best. This is the current pinnacle of racing suits. All right, here we go. The Taichi R073 T-Wrap suit from the inside out. Fully removable mesh liner, high quality mesh, right? It's a high-end fabric, completely removable from the suit. It holds the shoulder armor in place with a Velcro slip pocket on both sides. Temper foam is installed in strategic areas in this liner to bolster the armor complement the suit comes with. It is also fully removable. They'll provide openings to access, distort the foam, and pull it out. You'll find the temper foam here on the side of the arm. You'll find it up in the collarbone area here. A large piece is used in the hip area, and also a piece down in the tailbone area. Give you a look at some of those pieces as well as the armor. Here's the piece in the side of the arm. This is a higher end temper foam style stuff. Here is the tailbone piece, and we have that large piece in the hip area. Fully removable, and you can also, if you don't have the volume for those in the suit or you prefer to ride without them, you want to use like a padded short or something, you can remove those to create extra room in the suit. CE certified armor from VTech. Here's the shoulder piece. We have kind of a medium, softer density outer shell, energy absorbing foam. The reason they use this is when you have a wreck, right? If you use an armor that has a really hard plastic skeleton on the outside, right, that has ridges and so on and so forth in it, when you're on the pavement and you're sliding, that plastic can put a focused energy, right? So you have focus spot here on the plastic, the leather, and it can burn through the leather easier. When you have a piece like this, it kind of flattens out more. It's easier on the leather because you put a bigger surface area sliding on the tarmac. So that's one of the reasons they do that. Knee and shin piece, elbow and forearm piece. The suit also comes with the adjustable tether for the airbag. Remember, you have to hook this to a fixed point on your motorcycle. We've done another complete video that's going to walk you through that procedure. It also comes with instructions to help you adjust this properly. If the instructions aren't enough, look to the video on our website. We've got it right underneath the listing for the suit, right? We'll show you how to dial that thing in perfectly. If you have more than one bike, we can order additional tethers, not a problem. The suit itself, we spoke about this in the beginning of the video, right? It is the best of the best, in my opinion. 1.5 millimeter Japanese cowhide silk screen. It doesn't get any better. Softer, tear resistant, abrasion resistant, super comfortable. In my opinion, the best of the best, right? Obviously, the real highlight of this suit is going to be the hit air mechanism that they use here. Inflates all around the helmet. Look to the other video we have on our website. We have inflated these for you before, and you'll see how this works, right? It is held in the suit in such a way that when and if this does go off and the tether is pulled, right, this curtain right here that hides the airbag is able to pop open very easily. Out comes the airbag. It inflates. The snaps and the Velcro that are used to hold this leather panel down, right, are done in such a way that they're reusable. They typically are not damaged when it's discharged, right? And it pops open very, very easy. Let's say that you're out on the track and you do have a discharge and you got to pick the bike up. You want to keep racing, right? You're in the points. It was a small little low side. You're glad you had, but now you want it gone because they don't deflate super fast, right? So it'd be kind of difficult to get on the motorcycle and ride it at a race pace. You'd be fine to ride around at a school zone pace and get off the racetrack, but if you're going to go full out race pace, you're going to want it out of the way. Remember, this tether will be pulled out of the race hump. At the end of the day, all you have to do is you grab it right here on both sides, you release that Velcro, and they kind of give you a handy little pull handle right there to do that. And then from there, the only thing that's going to hang this one up a little bit, as you can see, is the tether right here, okay, because that's still connected, and obviously I don't want to set this off, so I'm going to push that through. Push that through the pass-through. It's got to go through the race hump as well. We'll show you all this here in just a second. But I want to give you an idea of how easily this will slide out of the suit once that tether's out of the way. And remember, when you're on the track, this is going to be pulled from the unit. It's going to be hooked to the tether that's hooked to your motorcycle. So it'll come right out. Give you a good close-up look at this unit. Got a more abrasion-resistant fabric here for the larger portion, right, of the airbag. So in case it does make a little bit of contact with the ground, right, hopefully it won't wear through. If it ever goes off, inspect it closely. Make sure there's no serious abrasion to it, right? And the key is when you're repacking this, we show you this in the other video once again. When you're repacking this, don't roll it, okay? If you roll it up nice and tight like this, I mean, you could get this thing tucked in there and it would look super sweet and all low profile, but what happens when you do that, and we experimented with this, what happens when you do that is, as it goes to expand, it fights itself and it opens slower. So what you want to do at the end of the day is you basically want to have it in there. You know, it's going to be more of a folding technique, and if when you get the suit, look at it when it's new, open some snaps, try and get an idea visually of how it was installed initially, but it's more of a folding process, so when it expands, it happens relatively quickly. Continuing on with the airbag system, the inside panel opposing the air hump, Velcro is open. You're going to need to get in here to service the airbag, right? When it's time to put everything back together, you're going to want this panel open. It's really going to make your life a lot easier in terms of getting it back together. See the pass-through right there for the tether. Focusing on the suit itself. Shoulder slider, tons of perforation here in the leather. We've got a motion panel in the elbow area. We're going to use a double layer of leather here in the impact zone, the forearm, and the elbow area. You can see the motion panels that stretch from the back of the shoulder, wrap all the way around to the chest. They intersect here with the Keprotect. That's the high-end abrasion and tear resistant stretch fabric. Remember, that flows air as well. Looking at the back of the suit, some temper foam in the impact zones here stitched in underneath the leather. Large ventilated motion panel. In the seat of the suit, 2 layers of that 1.5 millimeter Japanese cowhide, very abrasion resistant. Down the back of the legs, more perforated leather panels, more high-end Ket Protect. Turn the suit over and have a look at the front. All down the chest, right, and torso, tons of perf. You can see all the motion panel here in the arms, all the high-end Ket Protect, flows air. You use that through the crotch of the suit. You can see the upper legs, heavily perforated motion panel here for the knee. Removable, replaceable knee sliders, and they're going to use 2 pieces of leather, 2 thicknesses of leather in the knee area in the impact and abrasion zone. What do I think of this? I think at the end of the day, in terms of suits available currently in the US, this is the best one. Taichi already uses the best material, that 1.5 millimeter Japanese cowhide, right? Assembled in Japan, skilled workers are putting these suits together. They've been doing it for a long time. Real craftsmen. When you take what is already, in my opinion, the best high-end road race suit, and then you stack on top of it a fully functional airbag system that's able to help prevent injuries like the collarbone, like the neck. For me, the biggest thing is the collarbone, because that's just a real pain in the butt when you break it. It's not any fun. This can really serve to prevent that. And they've got it in here in such a way that's just intelligent, it's affordable. The suit, it adds some cost to the suit. When you look at what the R073 already costs, I mean, the added expense is just a little bit. In my opinion, if you can afford a 073, it's absolutely worth taking it to the next level and going with the airbag in it. I love it. I'm gonna have one to ride in next year. I'm Brian Van, sportbiketrackgear.com.